Is drugstore skincare enough for an effective skincare routine? I'm the Budget Dermatologist, and I'm going to explain to you in this video what the actual deal is with drugstore skincare, what should you be shopping for at the drugstore, and what's worth splurging just a little bit more on. Make sure you're subscribed right here to my YouTube channel for more skincare made simple and advice for real skin. And come say hi on Instagram at the Budget Dermatologist. So I am going to do my nighttime skincare routine right now while I walk you through this topic point by point. I have a full face of makeup on, so we are going to start with the double cleanse as I talk about affordable versus expensive cleansers. This step is the worst step in your skincare routine to splurge on. If you are spending anything at all more than $20, $30 at the very most on your cleanser, you are doing it wrong, or simply put, you are wasting your money. This one, I think it's like $13. This one is another cleansing balm I love. This is $15. I'm going to show you the water-based cleanser I use next. After this cleansing balm, it's less than $10. I think it's $8. So my point is, you do not have to overspend on a cleanser to get the makeup off your face and nourish your skin barrier in the process. For example, this Elemis $70 cleansing balm is amazing, but it doesn't work better than the $13 one. It doesn't. It's nice. It's like a spa-like experience for your face, but it's $70, and this $13 one does the same job. Now, the second step of my double cleanse is my water-based cleanser. This is $8. I think it's definitely under $10, and this is going to be all you need for cleansing your skin and removing your makeup. So for all of your cleansing needs, I'm talking even acne cleansers, exfoliating cleansers, you are going to be doing the absolute most with an affordable drugstore product. So there we go, squeaky clean. Now let's talk about the next step, which I would do in my nighttime routine, an eye cream. Now, you don't need an eye cream if you just want some extra hydration under your eyes. Just use your face moisturizer. But this is where the wheels are going to come off here on the routine, because if you are targeting an anti-aging result under your eyes, you may need a dedicated eye product that has either one of these four things: a retinoid, a vitamin C, peptides, or a retinol alternative like bakuchiol. Now, you can get really good options of these from the drugstore, but my retinol eye cream that I'm using right now, my choice, is a splurge beyond the drugstore options that are out there. So this is going to be a scenario or an example where it makes sense to spend more on products that offer something that we cannot find comparable at a lower price. I am using Medicate Retinol Crystal 3. I splurge on this one for a few reasons that make this one unique. First and most important, this has retinol, not retinol. That is the strongest form of retinoid that you can get over the counter without a prescription. Now, of course, you can find retinaldehyde eye creams at the drugstore, but this brand makes 3 versions of this in graded strength. So this is the lowest strength 3. They make a 6 and a 10. So you can start low and graduate up and go slow and get more results over time. One of the reasons to splurge on this, I love that concept of the graded kind of ladder to climb for more results. And I really like knowing the exact percentage of the key active in the product, and not all drugstore brands or products will disclose that. And then also just their overall formulation. This has ceramides in it, so it's really hydrating and nourishing to that delicate eyelid skin. So for this step in my routine, I'm splurging a bit beyond the drugstore, and I'm going with this. I'm gonna link it below. All right, my eyes are prepped. Now we're going in with our treatment step in this nighttime routine. I'm using vitamin C serum tonight. May love the Glow Maker, one of my all-time favorite vitamin C serums. I'm gonna link this below. I have major thoughts about the prices of vitamin C serums. Maybe this is a hot take, I don't know. But the bottom line is that you absolutely do not need to spend $182 for a quality, effective vitamin C serum. This one, for example, is $32.95. It has 15% L-ascorbic acid in it, vitamin E, and ferulic acid, very similar to the SkinCeuticals formulation, but for a fraction, literally a fraction of that price. I have used both of these serums over time, and I can tell you that the $182 serum does not work any better than these well-formulated and stabilized vitamin C serums. So if you are on a budget, or even if you're not, do not overspend on a vitamin C serum. This is a budget favorite, timeless vitamin C, also with vitamin E and ferulic acid. I'm gonna link a couple of my favorite budget vitamin Cs below. Do not overspend on that step. Now let's talk about a few other treatment products in your routine, and if you should be spending or splurging or spending or saving on these options. Let's talk about bakuchiol. This is one of my favorite ingredients for anti-aging that is a retinol alternative. There are very expensive options out there like Herbivore and some of these other brands that are very expensive, but the best one, in my opinion and my experience, is the lesser expensive option, 3-Ship Skin Hero. This has 2% bakuchiol in it, which is the highest I've seen, and it has such a nice formulation, nice thin serum, and it's the more affordable option. So you guys, just because it's more expensive does not mean it's better. It has a better formulation. It's going to give you better results, quicker results, nothing like that. That is absolutely not always the case. And this is another example of this being true. And again, my take on retinoids is very similar. Some of my favorite retinoids that I've gotten such good results with have come from the drugstore. Aven is one of my long-time favorites. That one, it is more expensive. It's technically a drugstore brand, but it is more expensive. But out of all of your treatment ingredients, that is going to be the one where you potentially are going to get in a situation like this, the eye cream, where you may get yourself to a point where you need something or want something just a little bit stronger. And again, this is very few people end up in this category. You definitely can get a drugstore retinol at a good percentage and a good formulation that changes and fixes your skin. But there are some brands outside of the drugstore that are at higher prices that have higher concentrations of that active retinoid in it. And maybe you need that. Maybe you fall into that category. That would be a situation where you do want to splurge and maybe spend a little bit more. But for most of us in general, your best and most effective treatment product to change or fix your skin, it is at the drugstore. And I want to quickly mention Acne Treatments, your best and absolute highest percentage acne treatments with the simplest formulation, the least amount of side effects. They are at the drugstore. They are not medical grade brands. They're not found in boutiques. Your best over-the-counter acne treatments with the highest active percentages that are FDA approved, they are at the drugstore. Now let's talk moisturizers, very similar to the concept of cleansers. The key ingredients in a moisturizer that are hydrating your skin and protecting and repairing your skin barrier are cheap. I mean, really cheap, like glycerin, shea butter, dimethicone, squalane, skincare oils, hyaluronic acid. These are all the ingredients that are doing the actual work on your skin. And these are the common or shared ingredients that you are going to see between both affordable moisturizers and then those that are really expensive. So if you want a moisturizer that is going to effectively draw water into your skin and then hold it there while also supporting your skin barrier with ingredients like ceramides and niacinamide and peptide, you can and should get these at the drugstore. Or of course, from other brands with affordable and accessible products that are sold on their website direct to consumer. I'm kind of lumping all of these affordable brands in under the drugstore umbrella, but really I'm just talking about affordable products. You can get really good products at that price range. You do not have to spend $50, $60 or $100 or more on a moisturizer to just get hydration in your skin. If you want some examples of my tried and true affordable moisturizers, here's one by the Inkey List, super affordable, great for barrier repair. A longtime favorite of mine, the Double Repair from La Roche-Posay, the gel or the cream option. Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is a great replacement for Peter Thomas Roth, the Water Drench, much more expensive. You guys, these are going to hydrate your skin for 24 to 48 hours. So I'll say it one more time. You do not need to spend $50, $100 or more on a fancy moisturizer that's going to have all of the same hydrating ingredients in it as drugstore brands that are going to do an equally effective job of hydrating your skin and holding that moisture and hydration in, repairing and nourishing your skin barrier. You can get these products that are super effective right at the drugstore. Okay, so I'm finally wrapping my routine up here with a lip balm. Do not neglect your lips At night, I put on this clear peptide lip balm that does a really good job keeping the lips from being dry and cracked. The peptides are really repairing. And then over a couple weeks, you'll notice a subtle plumping. This one's $13 by the Inky List. I'll link this one below. So that's it, my nighttime skincare routine. So is drugstore skincare enough for your skin? You can see throughout this routine, my answer is mostly yes, especially for these core products like cleansers, moisturizers, sunscreens, which we didn't talk about because this is a nighttime routine. Even most of your active and treatment products, you can find the most quality ingredients at great percentages right at the drugstore for very reasonable prices. But of course, I did show you a couple scenarios where I think it makes sense to try some brands outside of the drugstore that may come at a little bit of a higher price point if you can't find that exact comparable option at a more affordable price, because maybe you need something that is a little bit higher in strength than active. You need, like I mentioned, a ladder to work your way up, more than one option of the active ingredient strength. But remember, most people are not going to fall in this category. Most people, especially if you're new to skincare and skincare routines, can always start at the drugstore and always find a good option for what you are targeting on your skin at a pretty affordable price. So yes, drugstore skincare is enough. There are so many of my long-term holy grail products right at the drugstore, very affordable prices. I have a lot of these linked in the description of this video. I'm Dr. Maren Locke, the Budget Dermatologist. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any other upcoming Skincare Made Simple videos, product reviews, and come say hi on Instagram at the Budget Dermatologist. See you guys soon. Bye.